Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. This is my 08 335i with the N54 motor. This is a follow-up video to my outlet install video. We're going to test it via MHD to find out how much power the outlets have added. So we're trying this a different way. I have my Android-based head unit here that we're going to use to data log. Alright, so we're going to go over to apps, go over to MHD, and we're going to go to monitoring, auto logging, and we have all our gauges, so we can do a pull. So let's see, it's going to be the first time I'm trying it out via this Android based unit here, but I had a few people ask about it, so let's see how this is going to play out. So that's pretty cool. That's what the actual gauges look like when you're using MHD's monitoring function on one of these Android-based head units. You got all your vitals right there. I just have the OBD cable connected to the car, and I have the cable that goes into the actual head unit connected in the actual glove box. So it's definitely pretty doable and pretty cool. Alright, so we're back now. We're going to grab that CSV file off the actual Android device now. As you can see, coolant went to 223 peak, boost went to 18.7 peak, accelerator position went to 99.6. I had no timing correction. Red line was at 6807. Low pressure didn't dip below 54.8. And the IATs went to 111. Overall, it was 77 degrees Fahrenheit out. Similar relative humidity. It's been actually quite a while since I did the original video. I was waiting for similar weather, and now we're in September. It's taken quite a few months actually to get the same type of weather that we had when I originally tested before putting the actual outlets on the car. So now we're done with this. We're gonna go retrieve the file. So if I go to apps now and go over to File Explorer, we're gonna look for right here, MHD Flasher N54 data logging, and I have two CSV files. I'm gonna copy that, go over to SD card. So I believe the files are already on my SD card. If you just go here under the SD card, so we're under device, yeah, it looks like it's already on the SD card. We'll verify at the computer. So now we're going to exit out of here. Let's close out all the apps. And I can pop out the SD card. My file should be on here. Alright, so I've loaded the two runs into Virtual Dyno, and we have our original run from before putting on the outlets back in April, and we have the run that was just done. And I'm not so concerned with the lower part of this graph here because I forgot to turn off my air conditioning, so it would take a second or so for the compressor to disengage after you floor it. So from here on it's pretty consistent. We'll focus more on there. At least I hope that's the reason why there's a little bit less torque. Anyway, so but like I said, conditions were nearly identical when I did this second run. And what it really boils down to is wheel horsepower wise, there's no gain, nothing. So maybe that's not much of a surprise. You know, the factory outlets are not a bottleneck on factory turbos unless you're really pushing things. So actually, after doing this, I've upgraded to an E50 tune, so 50% ethanol or E85. And maybe now I'm kind of getting to the point where having those outlets are going to help free up some power. But from what I've read, unless you're doing like pure stage 2 turbos, or you're really trying to maximize your full bolt-ons and running a really high content of E85, they're not worth it. They're not a bottleneck. Inlets are, but outlets, you really have to be pushing your car to the limit. Your stock turbos would really have to be pegged. Maybe now I'm going to do another virtual dyno, just now that I'm running this new tune, just to see if maybe I'm up in the, hopefully like 430, 440 horsepower range. Would the factory outlets be a limiting factor at that point? I'm not sure, but at this type of power, they're not a bottleneck. So if you guys were considering outlets and hoping to gain as much power as you would with inlets, don't expect that. You'd have to be running pure stage 2 turbos, or maybe, I'm not even so sure, but you'd have to have your whole full bolt-ons pegged and trying to aim for over 460 wheel horsepower with stock turbos. So yeah, that's what it boils down to. If you guys are considering outlets on just a standard full bolt-on car, maybe spend that money on something else until you're going to go hybrid turbos, or maybe you're going to run a really high ethanol content and do your stage 2 fuel pump to support that, which I've already done. So yeah, hopefully you guys found this video useful. I know there's a number of viewers that were waiting on this, wondering when I'm going to post it. Sorry, it's taken some time to actually get similar conditions, but this tells the story right here. Literally no gains with outlets on my setup, and my setup is downpipes, intercooler, stage 2 plus tune, and I was running an E40 mix actually with these. You know, you're talking about pretty much full bolt-on inlets. I had the usual gamut of mods done on my car. Look out for another video coming where I'm going to test the difference between going to E50 versus E40 on the new beta maps, MHD version 8, the beta maps that are out right now. I'm running that right now, and I did feel a noticeable difference in torque and whatnot. So look out for that. You can see a comparison between this red line here and my new tune pretty soon. So thanks for watching, and consider subscribing if you aren't already subscribed.